Find someone else for the job.
Welcome back, ODH TV, Power Book 4, Season 3, Episode 1 is in the books. I put up a poll to see what you guys thought about how long we had to wait for this first episode and if you guys thought it was worth it. This is the one I did on TikTok, 69% yes, 31% no. Just about the same results from the YouTube poll I put up with the same question. That one was like 70-30 also. I thought it was a decent episode. I'm glad they hit the ground running, didn't just move slow just to move slow for slow's sake. But it does make me think that they're going to just cram everything they can to these next couple of episodes, just like they did with the end of Power Book 2, Ghost with Tariq. They just did all kinds of nonsense and didn't really close the stories out the right way. Hopefully they do a better job on this one. But my question in this video is, if you have to take a character or two or three and have them survive this Power Book 4 force into another spinoff, which characters do you choose? Well, for me, aside from Tommy, it's Jannard and D-Mac. I hated D-Mac at first, but I'm looking at him and I'm seeing where they could turn this guy into a real powerful character. I think so far he's got a pretty decent backstory. I think his story explains his character as to why he seems to be so silly, making all these goofy decisions, because his mother, who we haven't seen yet, she took him away from JP, his father, who we already know. She took him away because he came out of the closet. But then she didn't spend any time with him, so he was raised on the streets. So he pretty much raised himself, doing whatever he can to make some money to feed himself, pretty much.
I can get into some shit though if you need me, you let me know, alright?
And he definitely lives up to his character description. Independent, fiercely loyal, completely unflinching. This dude is scared of nothing. I don't think he's actually selling, because look where he is. Every time we see him, he's just hanging out on the street or playing video games. He's more like a side job type of guy, ready to put in work to try to impress what he would call his CBI family.
I got a job for you.
What you need?
I need you to take this 5.
A nickel? Get the out of here, nigga. I ain't finna catch a body for no less than a dime.
He's already down for whatever. He's like 16, 17, already got a couple of bodies. He's like Scrap from Raising Kanan. He's just like a loyal soldier waiting to put in work to get noticed for something bigger. I just hope they don't waste his character like they wasted Scrap's character. Scrap could have been something. And the reason why he makes all these goofy decisions is because he never had anybody to explain to him how to calm down, how to control his temper. They just had him running errands while he was running with CBI. Now, we know from the first season that he found out who his father was and that his father was JP, but his father doesn't know who he is. Him not knowing how to handle his emotions, the very first time we see him, he's doing a drive-by destroying his father's bar, because he's still a kid, mad that his father wasn't in his life, and he's trying to find some way to reach out to him. Jannard has a somewhat similar backstory, but I'm going to make another video about Jannard in a few days. Well, like I said, he's already got a couple of impulsive bodies. Remember when he took out the cop Seamus? Trying to be loyal to his new family, his Uncle Tommy.
I had your back, Uncle Tommy. He was gonna shoot you.
Then we have this one he did in broad daylight, thinking he was doing good for Diamond, trying to get back in good with CBI. No hesitation and taking pictures. I think Tommy recognizes all of this, even though he doesn't know about Mad Dog yet. But he knows he's going to have to train him up because he's not going to change his ways. So it's either train him on how to run in these circles or lose his nephew to the streets. So here we go. I'm going to make a prediction and say that D-Mac survives. I think they built his character up enough to keep him around. But I think whatever one episode training that they write into the script for Tommy to give D-Mac could start to help him make better decisions. Now for the fantasy part of the video, it'd be dope if Ghost came back, Tariq, all the boys from New York, 2-Bit. Where's 2-Bit, man? They've been wasting this dude. Kane to hotter since he's on the run. And then at the end, they leave behind Kane, D-Mac, and 2-Bit to run the streets out there in Chicago. That's my fantasy spinoff. That's not as far-fetched as they have Tariq running all of New York. But that's not a prediction, that's fantasy. But I think D-Mac has the makings of a strong character. When he's on the screen, it draws you to him. But let me know what you think if he's going to survive, and let me know what your fantasy spinoff is. Like, what characters would you like to see in a spinoff? Let me know in the comments.